I'm Ella and I suffered with an eating disorder. Yeah.
How old were you when you like got the eating disorder?
16.
When did it come about? Like, how did you even begin to start having an eating disorder?
Uh, started growing up and noticing my own body and started getting insecure about being fat. And then decided one day to lose weight, which I did, and just got obsessed with it really. Just got too proud of myself when I did and carried on doing it. So it was healthy to begin with and then ended up not.
What made you think that you were fat though? Like, was it people around you or like media or just you just one day just looked at yourself and you're like,
Media, definitely. But yeah, one day looked at myself and yeah, just noticed it. Just thought I'm not, media don't fit in, that sort of thing really.
what size were you before?
What before we got it? About 10.
See, that's like
12.
small. 10 and 12 is small.
Mm.
Like, I'm not sure what's average.
I know.
What size did you get to?
4 to 6, 4 at one point.
Were you happy being 4?
I was happy with I still thought I was a bit chubby when I was size 4 and I was happier with my body, but I had no energy to do anything at all, really. So it's like sacrificing really. So no, I wasn't happy in life, but I was happy with my body, so it's, yeah.
What did it, other than like energy and stuff, what did it start doing to you? Like, how did it impact you? You had no energy, did it do anything else?
It just takes over your mind really. It's just all you start to think about. Everything else just goes out the window, what you enjoy, and all that sort of thing. Just, yeah, that's all I thought about.
A lot of people like isolate themselves and then like, and in worst case scenarios it comes to like obviously really hating themselves to a point where they do really drastic things like self-harm and stuff.
Yeah.
Have you done any of that?
Yeah. A little bit.
What made you get to that point? Like, were you that obsessed that you just had to do drastic things like that?
Yeah. Can't really remember the exact mindset, but it's almost like you don't even notice doing it really. Yeah.
If you didn't notice it, did other people?
Yeah. Everyone around me was telling me, but I was so deep into it, I didn't listen. I just let it pass me by. Didn't even take it into consideration really at the time.
Did any of your friends or like parents say anything when you started having an eating disorder? Did they try and like stop you, or when did they even notice? Like,
I noticed when I started going to the gym a lot and spending more. Each time I went to the gym, I spent more time in there, and then started cutting out more food, like more food groups. Like I cut out carbs completely, and then and cut out fat completely, and then cut out protein completely. So I was left just eating fruit and veg. But my family would tell me each time, like, you shouldn't. They'd notice because obviously you live in the same house and they cook for you and stuff. So yeah, they would tell me, but I wouldn't listen basically.
how did you go around like the eating disorder when your parents are cooking for you? Did you eat the food that they gave you, or did you make your own, or were you like just not eating?
I stopped eating their meals completely. I started thinking they were I ate parts of their meal sometimes if they had salad with a bit of food, or I'd just have the salad and the protein when I was eating protein, and then after a while I just started cutting out completely and having my own food.
What did they say when you were not eating their food? Surely that's when they definitely noticed that you were not, you had a problem.
I sort of did it gradually, so they didn't notice as much. which sounds a bit weird, but I gradually started cutting things out, and because it was healthy to an extent. At one point, I started giving up fat and stuff, like giving up having it every day, sort of thing. Not, yeah. But yeah, they started to, when they saw what I was eating instead of what they were cooking, they were a bit concerned. Yeah.
And on like a day, what do you reckon you ate when like at the beginning, and then at your lowest point when you were really obsessed? What do you reckon you ate roughly?
I don't remember actually. I ate fruit and no fat yogurt in the morning. Apple and carrot or something for lunch. And then another apple during the day, something like another bit of fruit during the day, and then a corn on the cob and a piece of broccoli for dinner, and drank green tea and water, and that was it.
That's nothing. Was that at like your
That was
lowest point?
yeah.
That's crazy. See, that would be like, broccoli would be like with other food,
Yeah.
corn on the cob would be with other food.
It's really weird. You think of it like you don't even crave anything else because you just think, right, you try and make excuses for the food you've got, sort of thing. So, yeah.
What would you do if you went out, like with your mates, if you went to a restaurant or something? Like, did you even do
No,
that?
you wouldn't go. No, never. That was like forbidden.
Yeah.
I was like, no, just never. Would never do that. And if I did, I'd get so panicky, and if I ate something like that, it would just be like, oh god, it'd just be like the end of the world. It's so sad, but yeah, it's that sort of thing. No, I just wouldn't do it ever.
Did you try and hide it? Like, obviously you said you wouldn't go to a restaurant. Did you just make any excuse? Did you try and hide it from people that you're actually having a problem?
Yeah. Yeah, you hide the fact, you try and make excuses for the problem to keep it safe, to keep it like going, because if people want to help you, they'll find a way of helping you sometimes, I suppose. That's what I thought. But try and hide the problem, but you can't hide what you're eating, really. You can't hide not eating something. I did lie a couple of times and said that I'd eaten things and stuff like that, but yeah.
Do you think it impacted your parents and like your friends being around you, like when they started to notice?
Yeah, it did definitely. I cut out friendships for it. Not permanently, but I wouldn't give as much to my friends or anything, or see them as much, or when I was there, just thinking about that all the time. So yeah, it impacts everything really, in a sense. Yeah.
Like, when you look at yourself in the mirror, what did you think at the time? Because you said you thought you were still quite big when you were size 4.
Just look for details once you get that small, because, yeah, just saw, like, any bit of fat was, like, meant I was fat, sort of thing. So, yeah, just completely, I thought I was the same size as everyone else until I saw pictures of myself compared to other people, sort of thing.
Did that just encourage you more though? Like,
yeah.
Noticing that you were tiny and
Yeah.
next to people, surely you were like, yeah, I'm smaller, like, I want to get smaller. Because when people lose weight, it's well, depending on what size you are, obviously, it's like a good thing. And then when you start losing weight, you want to lose more.
But you also like don't. I always found something that would stop me thinking, okay, I'm thin, sort of thing. Like, being honest would stop me being honest with myself. Like, right, I'm pretty skinny now, really. Should probably stop, sort of thing. But I always find in a picture, like, oh, I don't look as, my legs are too big or something, like, just because of the angle or something like that, and just encourage you more to lose weight, sort of thing. So it wasn't always fueled by, like, yeah, way I'm thin, I'll lose more. But yeah, it was that as well. So yeah, that makes sense.
What do you reckon? Do you know how much you weighed at one point? Like what?
6 stone.
6 stone.
Yeah.
Did you have a goal, or
no?
did you just end up getting like that?
I never had a weight goal. I never weighed myself really until I thought I was gonna be really like so weird thinking about it. I was too scared to weigh myself. Like wouldn't do it. And then one day just did, and I was 6 stone.
Were you scared because you thought you were still big, or scared because you knew that you were losing weight?
Bit of both. I knew I was big for what I was trying to be. That's what I thought I was anyway. So yeah, because I was just afraid to see what it would be really.
Did you do anything like a while ago? There was lots of things about the pro-ana sites and stuff. Did you end up going into anything like that? Were you using anything as inspiration, or were you trying to? Did you even like look up diets and stuff, or did you just one day just thought I'm just going to eat vegetables and fruit?
I looked up ways of losing weight. Like I researched it like it was a project, and found out about like superfoods and giving up carbs, so you're not burning off anything but the fat you've already got, sort of thing. And I looked up things like that and what you should do to exercise, like what exercise you should do to lose weight and all that jazz. All the things healthy people look up, but I just took it to. I just made it took it to a new extent, I suppose.
A lot of people like say that their eating disorders are like a way they have control.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean, and they like it because they have control over something, so they're not eating food and stuff. Do you think it was like that a bit with you? Like you had control over something?
Yeah, definitely.
Like you calling it a project,
control.
like it was an actual
Yeah.
assignment thing to lose weight.
It's because, if you don't feel like an independent person and then you do something like that, it does make you feel like you're in control, and that's why it's dangerous, in a way, I suppose.
Why do you think a lot of people have eating disorders or like suffer with body dysmorphia? Where people just obsess over stuff, because surely it's got to come from somewhere.
Yeah. I don't know, I still don't know where it comes from really, but
some of these extreme diets are just too much to maintain. Like, I exercise a lot, and some days I don't have time for anything, and I can't see my friends because I'm like, I've got to exercise.
Yeah.
And that's just like consuming enough. Having to go on like a crazy diet as well. Like I don't know how do you maintain a social life as well as like doing
I don't know,
anything
because
else?
I think fad diets like that are different. If you're just doing it to lose weight quickly, that's, you know what you're doing.
Like, did you have any points where you ended up just like eating or binging and having something that you shouldn't have?
It was really weird. What, during anorexia, not during getting out of it? I would binge occasionally, but on dry cereal. Just out of the box, I'd just binge on that and then feel like absolute crap for about a week.
What would you do if you like had something that you felt like you shouldn't have? Or if you binge?
Other than that, I didn't actually. I didn't ever break it until I wanted to, sort of thing. So, but if I did, like, that's how you get into it really. Because when I was losing weight a bit more healthily and had something, I just thought, like, you can have some chocolate now, like normally that's quite healthy to just think like that every so often, have, everything in balance, whatever. But yeah, I would start feeling like crap after